Hello my friends, today you will discover 5 facts about Michael Jackson's life that you probably didn't know. In his private moments, the king of pop had curious customs, which were shared by his employees and close friends. But before that guys, I already ask you to help me by subscribing to the channel to support me. I propose a challenge to you, to be subscribing to reach the first 1,000 subscribers of the channel. Will you support me on this one? I'm counting on you Now let's go to the video. 1. Michael believed he was spied on. As reported by security guards Bill Whitfield and Javon Beard, who worked with the singer from December 2006 until the last day of his life, Michael reported feeling stalked and spied on, in a constant fear that his conversations and gestures would be recorded and filmed. For this reason, all hotels and dressing rooms you visited were pre-inspected to ensure your privacy. In addition, several friends in the last months of his life reported that Michael felt threatened and that something could happen at any moment. For being a world-renowned star, he had to be completely safe. 2. It's good for the spine. Michael Jackson amassed a priceless fortune during the years of immense commercial success in the music industry, which made his extravagant purchases like the Neverland Mansion possible. The curious fact, however, was that the musician did not usually spend all his nights in a bed. The Brazilian Remy Villarreal was Michael Jackson's cook in one of his mansions and was surprised to discover that the idol slept on the floor. As she told in an interview with Marcia in 2009, the bed was the size of a normal bed, but he said it was too tall for him. The story of sleeping on the floor was not just a surprise for the Brazilian. According to Peter Freestone, Freddie Mercury's former assistant, the Queen frontman even joked with Michael asking why he wouldn't buy a bed instead of putting a mattress on the floor of his mansion. The king of pop showed his naturalistic side and replied, "I feel so much better when I'm close to Earth." 3. Name changes. Since they were born, Michael Jackson's children have had immense exposure due to their father's influence, often being hunted by the paparazzi. The exposure bothered the star, who created a series of demands on employees, nannies, security guards and drivers, so that their children could have a healthy childhood free from the press. Imagine you being the son of music star Michael Jackson, what your life would be like. Among the measures, it forced children to wear masks when leaving home and used to sign enrollment contracts by talking directly with those responsible for the educational institution, so that children were introduced to other students with other names, without using the real names. The measure generated an episode of bullying in 2015, when the youngest son, Prince Du, began to introduce himself as Biggie, because of the shame of the name blanket. Really that name is not one of the best. 4. A good reader. Michael's quest to explore as many arts as possible to keep his work even more eclectic linked his passion for stories with his passion for reading. According to the biography Remember the Time, protecting Michael Jackson in his final days, the singer spent as much as $5,000 on his frequent trips to the bookstore. In a single trip to a famous bookstore in Las Vegas, in 2007, the musician spent $100,000 just on books for his personal and children's reading for his children. According to his former attorney, Bob Sanger, Michael had a library of more than 10,000 books and took advantage of travel times during tours to read psychology, sociology and, especially, books dealing with racial issues. In addition to being a star, he was also a lover of reading. 5. Michael had lovers. The book Remember the Time also adds that Michael would also have had companions in his last years, constantly reported by the musician to the employees of his residence. 2 girls were mentioned only by nicknames. Identified as Friend and Flower, they were not introduced to their family, being seen only by the driver and security guards for a brief period. Both lived outside the United States and met with the singer in Middleburg, Virginia, where he believed there was no mistrust or presence of the press. And that's it folks. That's how today's video was, and you accepted the challenge to subscribe to the channel. If you accepted I would be very happy. Thank you very much.